everybody, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Today we are finally doing the Q&A, and I thank you all so much for participating and asking questions, and we're just going to go ahead and get started. So the first question comes from Bridget from Keeping It Simple with Bridget. She asked, why did you decide to start a YouTube channel? So Bridget, the reason I decided to start a YouTube channel way back is because of my mom. I had been working so hard on my hair and trying different things. I had gone natural, first of all, and I had really been working with it, trying to figure out what to do with it, how to treat it, and then I finally got good at it and my hair got to waist length. And so my mom said, you know, you really need to start a YouTube channel and let people know what you did so they would know, what worked for you or me. And so that's just how it got started. I did a hair series, and which people seemed to love, and then I already loved makeup but didn't know what I was doing. So I decided to watch several people and start practicing and show what I was learning on videos, even though I didn't have techniques down, but I was just gonna keep it real. And so I basically wanted to do a YouTube channel to teach what I knew, to learn from other people and show people that I didn't know it all, but I was learning. And so that's basically it. I hope that answered your question. Thanks so much. Alana Yaw asked, what do you do for fun? So there are several things, Alana, that I do for fun as a family, with my husband and I, and just individual fun by myself. And first of all, as a family, we love to travel. We love to go and to different places and do different things, whether it's a trip far away from where we live, little short road trips, just basically getting away, even if it's just around the corner, to our local park, wherever. We like to get away. So if we go on a family trip, we like to either go to art museums, little water parks, go to different places to try new foods. As far as my husband and I are concerned, we like to travel. We love places, tropical places that have that beautiful blue water that you can see through. Places where we can meet new people and get to know different customs. We would love to go to Europe. That is like our dream trip. So, but wherever we go, we like to try different foods. We like to watch diners, drive-ins, and dives with Guy Fieri, I think his last name is. But anyway, we like to watch him, and then when we go to a place that he's been and recommended a certain restaurant, well, of course, we like to go and try that place out too. So it's a combination, seeing new sites, even seeing old sites again, but especially trying and seeing something new, and then going to the phone, going to see something new. As far as my individual time, I love to crochet. My mother-in-law taught me how to crochet. I love to write short stories or children's stories, poetry, things like that. What else? I like to sew, and I haven't done that for a while, but I have some projects that I have put together, and so I'll be doing some things with that, with material and different colors and all of that. I still love to draw, so that's another thing. Reading, and my time is very limited. I know I'm going to get into another question with that, so I'm going to stop it, but I love to read. So those are things that I enjoy doing for fun. All right, who is next? Shannon from Pages and Polish. She asked a threefold question, so I'll go ahead and answer that, or those things. The first question is, what is your favorite thing about being a YouTube creator? So I think my favorite thing, ooh, that is hard because she said thing, not things. Whew, can I pick one? I guess it's meeting all of you. If I had to pick one, it's going to your channels and seeing what you're into and really getting to know your personality. The next question from Shannon. She has some really good questions. What would you say are the biggest passions, are your biggest passions in life? So that is a very, very, very important question. And I have so many passions, but my biggest passion, I think, currently has to do with my kids, and I really want to raise them right. I want to raise them as strong believers and doers for Christ. I want to know that when I am done with my responsibility, that when they go out, I didn't miss anything. They knew right from wrong. And they can go out and make their own choices. And I pray that their choices are made from first looking to God to find out what He wants them to do first. And then going out and just making the right choices, but living life for Him and having fun. You know, it's life. A lot of people take things so seriously that they forget to have fun. And so, you know, as an adult, we can easily forget that. And so I want them to always remember that even through all the serious things and serious choices that we have, you still need to have fun throughout life. So I hope that answers that question. And who is your favorite author? So growing up, and I loved a good mystery. So I was heavily into Stephen King. And I think Dean Koontz was another one, another mystery author. Even though Stephen King was like my favorite. I read all of his books, and I made sure that I kept up with different series and things like that. And my imagination is really vivid, but my imagination was never as vivid as his movies. And so I could not watch his movies. It was just too much. But the books I loved. And I kind of got away from all of that. And currently, because I homeschool, my reading is very scattered. And so I'm going to show you exactly what I'm into right now. So I love magazines like this because I don't know if y'all knew, but I want a farm. Eventually, I would love to have a farm if it's God's will. And I read magazines like this just to kind of teach me different techniques that other farmers and, you know, landowners use to grow things, raise animals, chickens, cows, sheep, things like that. And I really try to pick these up every now and then just to have a collection of things that I may need to know if I ever get that farm. So just little short reads like that is what I mostly have time for. Another author that because I don't really have a favorite author at this time, but this is another author that I've gotten into, Amy Clipston, and I actually follow her on Instagram, but her books are mainly around Amish communities, and I love the way that she gives the language, like interprets what they're saying. So I don't know. Let's see. Hopefully y'all can see that. It's focused. Hopefully, but she incorporates the real language that they speak within their communities within the book. And so you have a translation area where while you're reading, if you don't understand a certain word, then you can go and look up the definition of what it means. So these stories are so clear. Like you can see the faces of the people. You can see the moments that they're in, and you can feel their pain or you can feel their joy depending on what's going on. And I just really love her writing style. So this one is called The Forgotten Recipe, and I haven't finished it yet. I think I saved my page. I got to 84, and so what I'm probably going to do, since it's been so long, is I'll probably start over, because it's no point after a certain amount of time to start back where you left off. I can't do it. I have to start over and just like say, okay, I'm going to read a certain amount every day and then do it. But at this time in my life, that's how my reading is, very sporadic. So I also like reading things about health. so I can care for my family better. I like to do things naturally if at all possible, and so I like knowing natural remedies. So this is a really good book, and I think I may have gotten it from Half Price Books. I don't know, the little sticker is not on here, but anyway, this is really, really good. Another book author that I like is Dr. James Dobson, and I have yet to read this one, but I got it because building confidence in my children is very important to me. This one is called Building Confidence in Your Child, and so you want them, before they leave your home, you want them to be a very, very confident adult and know that no matter what the world tells them, to believe in what they know, and if there's something that they want to go do, you be confident that you can get it done, that you can do it. That's what I want. Okay, so Shannon, I hope that answers all your questions. Thank you so much. The next person is Callie Hubbard. She asks, how do you get motivated, stay motivated, and inspired? So, Callie, it's not easy. What I do is I write things down. I am always writing as much as I can. Anytime I have an idea, I try to have a piece of paper either in my purse or next to my bedside, to where if something pops in my head, and this goes for YouTube and Instagram, I'll write it down. I'll try to write that idea down immediately, because sometimes the best ideas, well, most of the time, the best ideas, if you don't write it down, it's gone for good. Tell me if you guys understand that and can relate. So that's what I do. And staying inspired, I think inspiration comes from the community, the YouTube community, because if I see someone and they are really like excited and pumped up, because sometimes if you don't have that motivation because you can't think of things, then you kind of want to see someone else who is motivated and excited about what they're doing, and then that kind of gets you back in the groove. So that's what I do. I watch other people who are motivated, who seem to be full of ideas. If I am lost, if I have used up my little stockpile of videos and it's like, oh, what am I going to do next? Then I will look to other people for inspiration. So that is how I do it, Callie. That is a great question, and it is challenging for all YouTubers and creators. Thank you. Okay, Diana Leanne asks, what is your favorite type of video to film? So, this is kind of why I kind of narrowed things down a little bit, or simplified my channel, because there are so many. I love to edit, but editing takes a while. So, I would say my favorite videos to create are lookbooks. That's like my all-time favorite video to create, because if you do the editing right, the video is beautiful. If you look at different lookbooks that people do, if the editing is done right, it's a beautiful, flawless looking, creative video. So thank you, Diana. Next is from Maurice Reish, and I hope I'm saying your name right. I should know how to say it by now, but let me know how I did, be honest. She asks, what's your favorite nail polish brand? So I have several, and I'm going to try to name as many as I can without overdoing it, from different categories. So I'm going to start off with indie, because I love good indie polishes. If you can find a really good indie polish, then you will never be the same. Nail polish will never, ever, ever be the same, because they have the freedom to do whatever they want to their polishes and be as creative as they want. They're just so fun. But I'm going to name off the ones that I am currently into and are my favorites, and I'm going to tell you why. So the first indie polish that I love is ILNP. I always want to reverse the L and the N. ILNP, and that's I Love Nail Polish. And the reason that I have to name them first is because all of their glitter polishes, all the ones that I've used, I don't care how much glitter they put in their polishes, you can easily remove them. It doesn't take a lot of muscle work and scrubbing to get their nail polish off. And that is rare. In fact, you tell me if I'm wrong, but I think they're the only ones with the easiest to remove glitter polishes, hollows, micro glitters, whatever. I think their formula is the easiest to remove. Next, I like Poetry Cowgirl. The polish that I have right now is like very, very good. The formula is very good. The color is very good. Right amount of glitters to nail polish. I mean, it's just beautiful, and I can't wait to try another one. Going into mainstream polishes, let's see. Oh, Different Dimensions is another one that I like, indie. But mainstream polishes, commercial polishes, I like OPI, and some of theirs are a little hit and miss, but I like them. Essie, I just love Essie. Who else? Zoya. Zoya is another good one. So I would say Essie is my favorite, then Zoya, then OPI, in that category. And as far as like the real affordable ones, super, super, super affordable, my favorite is Pure Ice. They have very beautiful polishes, and most of the time their formulas are really, really good for the price. And Sally Hansen is really good. I love their Fast Dry. I can't think of the name of it. I'm trying to see the bottle on my hand, I can't. But anyway, they're quick dry, fast dry nail polishes. I love those. And one of my favorite colors with them is Senna Snap. It's the most beautiful brick red color, bull's blood. I don't know. It's just beautiful. I love that color. But I have other favorites too. But anyway, so that's it for my favorite nail polish brands. Thank you, Maurice. The Real Birdie. Hello. Thanks for asking your question. What is your favorite kind of music and movies? So, my favorite kind of music and movies. First of all, I love my Christian music, gospel, contemporary Christian music, and then other music that I enjoy. I love jazz. I love country music. Music that has a good message, nothing, skanky, nothing nasty. I don't like stuff like that. I can't deal with all that stuff. So, okay, so jazz, country, I love classical, and I love just like music, instrumental music from like other countries. So if it's positive, then I probably will like it. I just like music of all kinds. I appreciate music. So I hope that answers the music part of that. The movies, comedies. I like emotional movies, so anything that gets you to like crying at the end, whether it's a happy ending or sad ending, if it pulls me in, then I like it. I like a little action. I like the comic book type movies. Black Panther is about to come up, but I want to see that. And so just movies like that I can really get into. That's about it. That's me in a nutshell. Real simple, basic, but a good little variety. So I hope that answers your question. Peaches from Lovers for Healthy Life. She says, hello, Nay. What's your favorite eye palette? So my favorite eye palette is the Tartiste Pro palette. And I haven't used that. I'm having withdrawal symptoms, Peaches. I haven't used that in so long because of my panning, and it, for me, is the perfect palette. It has all the matte shadows in it, and it has a few shimmers. But you don't have to use the shimmers if you don't want to, and you still create a beautiful look. The shadows have an awesome formula. They're very pigmented, but they blend in. For me, I've heard mixed reviews, but for me, they blend in very nicely, and you can create a variety of looks, everyday looks, or smoked out looks, whatever. They're very beautiful. So that's my favorite palette. Thank you. Okay, so those were my the YouTube questions, and now I'm going to answer the questions from the people who asked on Instagram. And the first question comes from Katie King. And let me tell you, Katie, thank you so much. She is the queen of Q&As. She asked a question on both YouTube and Instagram, and it's the same question, but she made sure to get her question in there. And so if you go to her channel, you really need to watch her Q&As. They're really good. Okay, so she asked, favorite food. Katie, the answer to that question is food. Yeah, girl, I like some food. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's seasoned, full of flavor, I like it. But I'll narrow it down for you, make it more interesting. All right, so my favorite foods kind of go with the seasons. I tend to eat lighter in the summer and the spring, and here in Texas, spring and summer are kind of the same because they're both hot. And I kind of tend to like pasta dishes more, like light pasta dishes. And so one of my favorite pasta dishes is this angel hair pasta, and I thinly sliced, like lengthwise. I think the cut is called julienne, but peppers. So I do red peppers, yellow peppers, green peppers, and I slice those up really good, nice and thin. And then I cube up some sharp cheddar cheese. And did I say that? Zesty Italian dressing goes all throughout. And you just blend it up, and then you let it sit overnight so that that zesty Italian dressing gets all up in those noodles and into the peppers, and the cheese soaks it in too. It's so good. And you're vegan, so you'll probably want that part of the recipe and just end it with that. But the actual recipe requires chicken. I don't always eat it with chicken, so it's, for me, it's good either way. In the cooler months, I like anything stew related. So stews, chilies, things like that. That's what I like in the cooler weather. So I love desserts. Anything baked. It can have fruit in it. It can be chocolate. It can be cookies, pies, you name it. Just food. I was really being honest. Just food, girl. You know. You like food too. All right, thanks, Katie. All right, who's next? Diana from Some Call Me Coco. She asked favorite movies and TV shows. So, favorite movies. Whew, I'm gonna have to put, see, I'm doing this impromptu. So I'm gonna have to put some stuff up here because I can't think of titles. I can only think of categories. And I always want to call this a movie like fast cars, Fast and Furious. I love stuff like that because I like the shiny cars and the sports cars. I'll never drive one, but I like watching people drive them. So I love movies like that. I like the books that are stemmed from the comic books. So anything like that, the Marvel comic books, you know, that category. What else? So any comedy for the most part. I love to laugh. I just like to laugh until it hurts. You know, I love to laugh. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, TV shows. So I will name two of my favorite TV shows. So one is called Bull, and he is, I guess, some kind of psychologist, and he can read people. I mean, read them to the core. He can help choose a juror. He works in the show. He works with lawyers and attorneys, and he helps them pick the right jury panel. And he can sit there, and then he has his workers, his people behind the scenes to help him out. They have all these television cameras, and they're helping him because, you know, he's taught them, I guess, the ins and outs, or they've been trained somehow either by him or in their schooling. And his crew helps him to pick the right panel of juries, because this is what it all revolves around, is the court. So I love stuff like that because I can get into any show that it has a psychological type of point of view to it. The other one is called The Good Doctor. And so the guy in The Good Doctor, or the main character in The Good Doctor, he has autism. And so it kind of revolves around him, and he's also an intern in the hospital. And all of the other doctors and interns are trying to get used to his behavior. Like, how can we work with him? How do we treat him? How do we act around him? What do we not let him do because he has a disability? So should we really, it really started off with them not trusting him because of his disability. And so now, I don't want. And the last question comes from Shell's Curls, and she asks, in Shell's Curls, I do not think that she has a YouTube channel. She is only on Instagram, but she has beautiful hair, and that's what she talks about on Instagram. So if you all are on Instagram, which I believe most of you are, check out her Insta page and see the beautiful hair that she has and how she takes care of it and the products that she uses. She is so beautiful and just seems to be a sweet person on Instagram. So I just enjoy visiting her Instagram page and seeing all of her beautiful photos. Okay, so she asks favorite food, favorite makeup, and favorite hair products. So I did answer favorite foods. I'm gonna go ahead and answer what my favorite types of makeup are, and I'm so confused today. It's rainy, it's dark outside, so maybe that's my problem. But I'm going to tell you what my favorite makeup products are, and also she asks hair products. So going into the favorite makeup, I love, and I'm looking at this from like, if I could only have these certain forms of makeup, this is what I would use. So I love my brow pencil because my eyebrows are very sparse in certain places, so I like to fill them in to make it all look unified and full. I love mascara because my lashes are also sparse. I did not get blessed with the hairy brows and hairy lashes, or thick lashes. Hairy lashes just sounds gross. Anyway, thick lashes. So I use a little help from brow pencils and mascara. I also like highlighters and bronzers slash contours. And I'm so glad they came up with highlights, because if your skin is not normally dewy, then you can use a certain highlighter and it just adds a little natural glow to your look, and it looks like you're just glowing from within. It's just like a natural thing, or a natural look. And then the bronzers or contours, I kind of get those confused, but anyway, those, I use them the same way, but they kind of add dimension to your face, so it kind of gives you a look where everything's proportioned. So I love bronzers. I love lipstick of almost any kind, but I love different forms of reds, nudes, pinks, berry colors. I just like lipsticks or lip gloss, like the liquid lipsticks. I love things like that. So I think that's it as far as like my favorite makeup. Hair products, oh my goodness. I've come across a new one that I'm trying. I think we both follow this person on Instagram, Shells. And anyway, let me go into what I've been using. So my current new favorite shampoo and conditioner are Love Beauty and Planet. And that's in the coconut and lang lang, and I think that's how you pronounce that. Don't copy me because I don't know if I'm right, but that's how I pronounce it. Coconut oil and lang lang is the scent, and it's so good on my hair. It's very softening, detangling. I love it. And so that is my new favorite shampoo and conditioner. The second thing that I've been using for a long time is the Cantu leave-in conditioner. It's the kids leave-in conditioner. Really, really good. And what's the other thing that is like my fave? Well, the new fave that I have, and it's nothing but natural, and she doesn't even know that I've tried her product and I'm using it, but I love what it does to my hair. It adds the, what's the word? When you want your curls to really pop, that's kind of what it does. So you put it on when it's wet, and then when it dries, or you can even do a wash and go with it, but the curls are really just popping. So very good product so far. Oh, excuse me. And I don't know exactly what the full name of the product. I know it has aloe vera in it, I believe, and several different essential oils. I will put the name of the product in the video, in this video. And I get her stuff from Etsy. So, and I think that's it as far as my favorite hair products as of right now. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for your question. And what I would like for each of you to do, if at all possible, and if you're interested, take a moment to visit the YouTube channels and Instagram pages of people that you are not already connected with, and just visit. I'm not saying subscribe, I'm not saying follow, I'm just saying take a moment to visit and see what they're all about. If you enjoy it and you like it, go ahead and subscribe to their channels. And also, if you like the Instagram pages, follow them there too. Everyone needs support, but only follow the ones that you're going to actually support and love. So thank you so much for watching this video. Take care, have a blessed day, and I will see you on the next video, God willing. Take care. Bye-bye. Don't forget to visit me on other forms of social media. Twitter and Instagram at Glamour Guru. Also, I have a lifestyle blog. You might want to check it out. www.glamourgurune.com. Peace.